You've failed before, haven't you? Maybe more than once. Maybe more times than you can count. You tried your best, and still, life slapped you hard. You thought that dream job was yours. You thought that business would take off. You thought that person would stay. But they didn't. It didn't. Nothing worked the way you planned. And now, you doubt yourself. You tell yourself maybe it's not for you. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe your time has passed. But let me tell you something powerful today. Bruce Lee once said, "Don't fear failure. Not failure, but low aim is the crime. In great attempts it is glorious even to fail." And now, you doubt yourself. You tell yourself maybe it's not for you. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe your time has passed. But let me tell you something powerful today. Bruce Lee once said, "Don't fear failure. Not failure, but low aim is the crime. In great attempts it is glorious even to fail." Think about that for a second. What if failure isn't your enemy at all? What if failure is your greatest teacher? What if every scar, every rejection, every heartbreak, every sleepless night is building the person who will finally win? You see, most people stop trying right before the breakthrough. They quit one day before success. They give up right when it starts to hurt the most. But pain is not the signal to stop. Pain is the signal to keep going. Today is difficult. Tomorrow is even more difficult. But the day after tomorrow is beautiful. And most people die tomorrow evening. That's what Jack Ma said. And it's true. Most people give up when things get tough. But you won't. Because you're listening. Because something inside you knows that your story isn't over yet. So, let's talk. Just you and me. Let's talk about fear. Let's talk about failure. Let's talk about the voice in your head that keeps whispering, "You can't." Because today, we're going to silence that voice forever. Imagine this. You wake up one morning, and everything feels different. You look at yourself in the mirror, and you see power. You see peace. You see purpose. The same mirror that once reflected doubt now reflects strength. Your shoulders are lighter. Your heart beats with confidence. You walk out into the world knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it. Failure doesn't scare you anymore. You've become unstoppable. You try, you fall, you get up, you try again. But this time, you smile through the struggle. Because you understand the game now. Success is not about winning once. It's about standing up every single time you fall. And then one day, it happens. The doors that once closed begin to open. The people who doubted you begin to watch in silence. The dream that felt impossible starts to come alive. Not because life suddenly became easier, but because you became stronger. That's the beauty of what Bruce Lee meant. He wasn't talking about being fearless. He was talking about being brave, about aiming high, even when you might fall, about chasing greatness, even if you never fully catch it. Because here's the truth. You'll never know how far you can go until you stop being afraid of how far you might fall. Bruce Lee wasn't just a martial artist. He was a philosopher, a thinker, a man who turned discipline into poetry. He understood life in a way most people never will. He once said, "Don't fear failure. Not failure, but low aim is the crime. In great attempts, it is glorious even to fail." Now read that again, slowly. Let it sink in. What he's saying is this. The real mistake in life is not trying. The real crime is aiming too low, playing small, staying safe. living inside the comfort zone. How many dreams have died because someone was too scared to look foolish? How many talents were wasted because someone was afraid of being judged? How many people settle for average because they fear what might happen if they shoot for greatness? Failure doesn't destroy you. Fear does. When you fear failure, you stop moving. You freeze. You wait. You procrastinate. You tell yourself, maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe when I'm ready. But guess what? You'll never feel ready. No one ever does. Bruce Lee didn't wait until the world believed in him. He started before anyone did. He trained when no one watched. He practiced until his body became art. He failed, adjusted, learned, and evolved. That's why he became a legend. Ask yourself this: what are you avoiding right now because you're afraid to fail? What dream have you put on the shelf because someone told you it's too late? Maybe it's starting that business. Maybe it's changing your career. Maybe it's speaking up. Maybe it's believing in yourself again. You owe it to yourself to try. Because every failure you experience carries a lesson. Every lesson brings growth. Every growth brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. You are not meant to stay small. You are meant to expand, to evolve, to rise. Think of the mountains. They were not made overnight. They were shaped by pressure, time, and storms. You are the same. Every challenge you face is carving you into someone powerful. So when failure comes, and it will, don't curse it. Welcome it. Thank it. Because failure means you're alive. You're moving. You're daring to live beyond fear. Do you know what's worse than failure? Regret. Regret for the things you never tried, the words you never said, the risks you never took. Don't let your story end with "what if." You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be brave for a few seconds longer than your doubt. The universe rewards courage. Always has. Always will. So take the leap. Send the message. Start the project. Post the video. Build the business. Apply for the job. Speak your truth. Because in great attempts, it is glorious even to fail. Listen, you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the first step. The rest will unfold as you walk. You'll stumble. You'll fall. But every fall teaches balance. Every mistake teaches humility. Every rejection builds resilience. The world doesn't belong to the smartest or the strongest. It belongs to the ones who never give up. The ones who show up even when it hurts. The ones who believe even when no one else does. Because the truth is, every master was once a beginner. Every champion once doubted themselves. Every success story started with fear. So stop waiting. Start moving. You're not here to live a small life. You're here to create, to fight, to grow, to shine. Every morning you wake up is a second chance to rewrite your story. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are the lesson they taught. And when the fear whispers, "What if you fail?" you whisper back, "What if I fly?" Remember Bruce Lee's words. Don't fear failure. Fear low aim. Fear living without passion. Fear dying without trying. Because even if you fall forward. You fall wiser. You fall stronger. And when you rise, and you will, the world will see what resilience looks like. Now, if this message spoke to your heart, stay with me. Because this channel isn't just about motivation. It's about transformation. It's about building a community of people who refuse to give up on their dreams. So if you're ready to grow, If you're ready to rise, hit that subscribe button, not for me, but for you, for your future self, for the life you're meant to live. Every video here is a step forward. Every message is a reminder that you're capable of more than you think. So don't leave now. Join the journey. Let's keep walking together. Because your story isn't over. It's just beginning. And someday, when you look back, you'll smile and say, "That's the day I stopped fearing failure and started chasing greatness."